Good afternoon, my friends. I want to go a little deeper into this topic. What is recovery? I made a video about this 3 or 4 years ago, and I really want to break it down more scientifically at this point, as I've learned a lot more in the last few years about this than I knew at that point. So, one of the things I want to emphasize is that recovery has 4 stages to it, by my definition. First one is just regulation. You're just calming the limbic system, rewiring the limbic system, rewiring those trauma patterns. That's it. That's all it is. Helping your limbic system understand that this is not about symptoms. It's about the brain and creating a baseline of calm. That's it. The second one is changing your deeper core belief patterns and your ways of being and starting to heal old traumas, release and process old traumas. The third one is reintegrating into life, and the fourth is maintenance. And I want to explain why this is necessary. So, at the beginning of recovery, you have a brain that is going in circles. You have a limbic system that is stuck in a trauma loop, and your brain is just constantly going in circles. And obviously, we can't live life when the brain is just doing this all day long. And as we recover, we need to break out of that circle and move into a healthy pattern. And the reality is that for most of us, we haven't been given a healthy way or a safe environment in which to learn how to relate to most aspects of life in a healthy fashion. For most people, especially those who've had limbic impairment pretty much their whole lives, which is most of the people that I work with and speak to, we've never been given that opportunity. So we have innately a trauma-based way of relating to work, to our bodies, to food, to relationships, to movement, you name it. We have a trauma-based way of relating to a lot of things. There's a lot of times a lot of pressure to earn our worth by performing in a certain way. A lot of that runs our life. And so the later stages of recovery are there for us to heal and process old traumas, things that have happened in our lives that have wounded us, and we need to honor and release that. That requires a baseline of calm. We cannot release trauma when we're stuck in a trauma response. So first we just need to regulate, and then we're able to work through and release those heavier patterns and wounds from earlier in life. The other thing that's necessary is to learn and give yourself the opportunity to learn how to relate to your body, to work, to your relationships, to movement, to your hobbies, to sexuality, to your religious or spiritual beliefs from a place of authenticity instead of, I have to believe this, otherwise the people around me are going to reject me or I'm not good enough, which is where most of us are coming from when we're living in this way where our limbic system and our trauma responses are running our lives. It takes quite a bit of time and inner work to heal our relationship to life so that when we come out of that trauma response and we start to live life again, we're doing it in a way that's from a healthy neural pathway, and we're relating to things in a way where we feel safe, knowing that we can have a healthy relationship to all these different aspects of life. As the person that you are, you can just be who you are, that it's safe to be who you are, and that we're not using any of those things like work or exercise or food or sex to avoid life or to cope with the feeling that it's not safe to speak our truth or it's not safe to do the work that you want to do or live the lifestyle that you want to live, that you're saying, no, it's safe for me to be who I am, to live an authentic life and let go of using other things to escape the fact that I feel like I'm not allowed to be who I am, or live a life that's truly fulfilling for me, where I get to just stay regulated and stay in dose chemistry with a balanced, regulated nervous system all the time. That's a big job. And then maintenance level of recovery. We learn to live a life where we are intentional. It is necessary, basically necessary, to be intentional about our human experience in order to maintain our regulation. This is the case for people who've never had limbic impairment. In order to stay regulated and calm and feel alive and content and fulfilled by life, we need to live intentionally. So maintaining whatever it looks like for you, a practice of living intentionally, just like a person who's never had limbic impairment, but has chosen to live a fulfilled, intentional life would do, that we choose meditation or prayer or exercise or just a daily practice of silence or being in nature to continue to come back to our center, our soul, a calm, balanced, regulated state in order to continue to live authentically and engage in all the aspects of life in a genuine, intentional, prefrontal, spiritual, or higher self kind of manner, and not just reactively or in a trauma-based way. That's necessary. Just like for those recovering from something like alcoholism or drug abuse, recovery, the maintenance stage of recovery is lifelong. It is important to live on purpose, to do what you do on purpose for the rest of your life if you want to maintain your recovery. I say all of this because a lot of people think that once our symptoms are gone, we're recovered and we just go back to living the way we used to. That usually has a lot of limbic trauma patterns tied up that keep us stuck in stress chemistry. So this is not about symptoms. It's about creating a way of life where you feel free and safe to live exactly as the human being that you are, in full power and authenticity. Love you guys.